Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Hey guys, man. My name is Noah. I'm a youth leader at Ovol. Here's my co-host. You want to introduce yourself, Christian?
Yes. So my name is Christian. I'm a youth worker. I support Ovol, the youth. It's a youth-led initiative. So tell us a little bit more about Ovol, Noah.
So Ovol is a youth-led initiative that aims to reduce bullying and victimization. We do this through leadership skills, capacity building, and opening up the floor for conversation. Today we are going to be talking about leadership. For those who are tuning in, you can send a message to engage with us and let us know what you think. And I want to welcome our special guest, my man. You know what I'm saying? Foad, what you saying, man?
Thank you for having me, man.
Yo, introduce yourself.
All right. Well, my name is Foad Caribbean. I'm also a youth worker. I'm a provincial youth outreach worker, housed in Regent Park at Central Neighborhood House. I also am a basketball coach with People's Elite alongside two of my amazing brothers. And we have our own youth-serving nonprofit called People's Elite. In addition to the ball stuff. And yeah, man, I just, I'm a person that cares, and I consider myself just, another person out there trying to inspire, man.
Awesome. And also, just want to note that I work closely with Foad. He's a hardworking guy. He's an amazing guy. I love working with him. He's my brother in the work that we do. So a lot of respect for you, Foad. So we're super excited to have you on board.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Thank you for those kind words. I'm super excited to be here with my brother Christian and to see my guy Noah over there, King Noah, lead me in this conversation. I'm super excited, King. So shine on him.
Man.
Shine on him, man.
So, I want you what got you interested in helping the youth out here? You said People's Elite basketball. Helping other youth get opportunities. What led you into this?
Great question, man. I mean, before, first of all, I graduated with a degree in business.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was in university, I actually got to create my own youth program in Windsor, Ontario, called the Odette High School Leadership Initiative.
Yeah.
And while I was doing my degree and my job, I ended up getting a job working corporate. I was selling commercial real estate. And during that time, something clicked for me. Like when I made my own program, I realized that, for me growing up, I never had anybody to walk up to me and inspire me. And I was that kid that had, my big brother walked a totally different lifestyle than I did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I realized that, if there's people like my brother out there, then there must be young people like myself out there who might not be involved, who might not be doing these things, but, are thinking about it. And, that's what really motivated me was, I never had that. I never had someone who's willing to just come and sit down beside you, listen to what you're going through, and then connect you to things that you might need that will support you with your leadership journey. So when I did that high school piece and I saw my family, people I love and respect in Toronto doing what they do, it inspired me. It made me realize that no amount of money I make can ever equate to me. Someone like a King Noah right now, who 6 years ago I met you, 6 years later I'm on your show and you're interviewing me. That can't be quantified by money. You know what I'm saying? And that's what brought me to working with youth.
Yeah, I like that answer, man. It's people like you are they give up a lot. You had a dream to become a real estate, right?
Yep.
Pretty sure. Then you gave it up so you can show these kids, you have a future in life. So I that means a lot, man. You did a lot for me too.
Thank you, fam. Thank you,
Appreciate
fam.
that,
Nothing but
man.
love for you, fam. Nothing but love, fam. Nothing but love.
I got a question. Another question. So
Yeah.
like, what's like the end goal for your particular, like, your interest? Like, what do you want to do with it in the near future?
It's that's a good question. That's something I've been thinking about too, myself lately. Like, yo, to be honest with you, I down the road, I would love for especially with my two brothers with our People's Elite Agency, doing some of the stuff under our own names, doing that out there and being available for our communities, um, the community way. So I see myself down the road. Imagine like a big center where any young person can walk into to the room and see people that they have respect from, they have love from, they have trust with, who they could just walk in there and say, "Yo, Fod, I just want to kick it. I just want to kick it and talk to you today. Yo, Fod, I just want to walk in here and do my homework today. Yo, Fod, I just want to talk to you and I don't want you to talk back. I just want to listen." So my goal is to get to that point where, one, I'm not just working outside, outside in the communities, but having a space where we can call our own home and
Hmm.
do it the family community way. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, definitely. It's something I really see that is needed. Also, despite the neighborhood we live in, I think a lot of neighborhoods kind of need that. It's support from people that care about them, that they trust, and it's really us living life together and how we can best manage these obstacles that we get in life. Right? It's really supporting each other, and it's all about the community.
100%. And I think it's also just being real. I think it's just about being real. I get told all the time, "Yo, Fod, you know a lot of youth." I can understand why that might be a good thing too. I can understand. Oh yeah, this guy knows a lot, but it's also not a good thing because, see, it's something I always try to show young people is that, listen, eh, for every 10 young people I get to speak to, I miss 100,
Mm.
I miss 50, I miss 30. So even if I get to speak to 10 youth, I know for a fact by the end of my week I'll miss some. You know what I mean? And when we talk about leadership, we're talking about community. There's amazing people doing this work past all of us.
Mm.
There have been people before us, and there will be people after us doing this work. Me,
100%.
I'm a simple person. If we want to work together, let's work together. As long as these kids win, I'm good. The moment these kids, I feel like they're not winning, I can't be a part of it no more.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And it's going to take a village to build one. That's what my elders taught me. You know what I mean? So when you said when I first came into Regent Park to who I am today, it's totally different. It's totally different. I sat down with elders, my elder brothers from the community, and I learned from them. Then I sat down with community residents and I learned from them. Then I sat down with people like Noah and I learned from them. Kids as young as 6 years old yelling at me all the way to 25. You know what I mean? But that's what it's supposed to be, right? When you talk about leadership, listen, a leader achieves their goals while helping others achieve theirs. If that doesn't happen, then you're not a leader.
Mm. 100%. Yeah. There's even with me, one of the big things as a leader that I want is for those that surround me to be better leaders than me. I'm just
Oh man.
what you said. We're simple people. There's nothing extraordinary about us. Like, we don't have these amazing skills, some secret knowledge. We don't have none of that. We just care, and we want the best for those around us. So the best for the youth. So we want them to be way better leaders than us. And it's the time that we put into it that we are seeing that. As in this case, you put time into Noah, I'm putting time into Noah, and just that, like, look where he is right now. So yeah.
Trust me, 100%. I like 100%. And you're very well said because it's not about, listen, I don't go up to these kids every day and tell them I want you to be I'm going to tell you everything I did wrong and I'm hoping that you don't become anything like me or about me. It's not about that.
Mm.
A leader doesn't walk up to a person and say, "Listen, um, you know, I had X, Y, and Z, and I didn't have X, Y, and Z, so I understand what you're going through." No, what a leader's role is, and I'm being very honest with you, at least from my definition of it. You walk up to a young person like Noah and ask Noah where Noah wants to go in 5 years. Let Noah tell you what Noah wants to work on for the next 5 years. Then you, as the worker, or as the person that is building up another person, as the leader we call it, help them get to their goals. Because by you doing that, Noah's gonna naturally ask, "Yo, Foad, what did you do wrong?" If they have that right relationship, they're gonna want to know things about you that you're asking about them.
Mm-hmm.
Today I was on the phone with. I was just on the phone with him. The first thing I said, the first thing that he said, I said to him, "What did you take away from this convo?" He's like, "Yo, when you shared with me about your relationship with your mom, it resonated with me about my relationship with my mom." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things will resonate, right? But sometimes as leaders, we just have to realize that, what I go through, Noah might never go through. I can't just focus on teaching Noah my failures. I can't just focus and teach Noah my successes, because my path isn't Noah's path. How old are you, my guy?
Man, I'm 15.
15 now, right? Okay. I'm turning 30 this year. By the time
30.
I'm 30 years old, bro, by the time you're 30 years old, I promise you're going to come to me and tell me I did X, Y, and Z. My challenges are X, Y, and Z. And they're not going to be the same. We can empathize. Leaders have to, that's important. Empathy.
Yep.
Empathy. Problems might not look exact. You know what I mean? But as a leader, if you're talking about being a leader for young people, what did you expect? You think you're going to go up to young people and ask them about their problems and they're never going to want to know who you are?
That's true.
That doesn't make sense. I was just
Because
with.
it's the
Sorry,
type
yeah.
of relationship, like you're asking about me. Why, like, let me get to know you. You made me care about you, so let me how come I can't care about you?
100%, my guy.
Mm.
100%. You think I just walk up to people in the hood? Oh, hey, what are you dealing with today? Yeah, for sure. No, it's not like that. That's not how we operate. We operate on community values, love, respect, manners. So when a mother walks by, "Hi, Hoyo, how are you?"
Yeah.
I know you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I brought my Hoyo to the hood. Pandemic, my mom came. What happened? All of a sudden, 3 moms I work with came up to my mom. "Oh, when's Fawad getting married? Oh, this." It didn't seem like strangers.
Jeez.
It seemed like it seemed like like aunts and uncles talking.
Mm-hmm.
So when we sit there and talk, like, for sure, listen. We're in a time of a pandemic. One of the most important things these kids have lost is access to doing things that got their minds off of what they weren't. Then the other thing is access to positivity. Noah, before the pandemic, how often did our parents tell us, "Can you put your iPad down, your phone down, and go outside and play?"
Like 20 times a day. I
Thank you.
swear.
In the last year and a half, we told them opposite, right?
Mhm.
Rightfully so. We have a pandemic happening. We have COVID happening. I'm not downplaying COVID or saying anything about that. Thank you to all the people dealing with COVID and the essential workers. I appreciate that. But at the same time, too, remember, time is still ticking.
Mhm.
You have kids right now who have the access to their cell phones, and they see 20 negative posts before they see one positive one. Remember back in the day when you saw a bunch of kids walking through the hood together, walking through the neighborhood together, they got to see different youth. They got to see different people that motivated them and inspired them. A man like Noah could go to MLSE Launchpad, then go to YSM, then go here, then come here, then come here. It was flooded. Year and a half, positive leaders have not been able to consistently be in front of these kids.
Mhm.
And one of the most important things you ask our young people is consistency is important.
100%.
I agree. I agree. Like, I know what you mean. Even like I lost, like, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but like throughout this year, I never like talked to so much people that I used to talk to in like grade 8. It's like even socially, like it's not even not everything is physically. Just
Yeah.
like mentally, like it gives you like how do I explain it? You know when you go out to like you grow up, everyone just leaves in a way. Not everyone, but like most
I
people
feel you.
around you. You know. And so like after that happened, I was like, wow, like I'm growing up. Like it was like I'm happy, but I'm like, wow, like I didn't know that would actually happen. You
Trust
know,
me.
I see some people, they're like, some of them are like, like they're still the same. And
That's
then
right.
I'm like you didn't learn anything through the pandemic?
Mm.
I'm like, I shall tell you at least one thing.
You know, you're right on the money, fam. Because you got to also remember though. See, that's the complexity of working in our field and working with young people, because every young person is in a different position. Every young person has different challenges. I keep
Yeah.
telling you this. Remember, the system, it tries to make it seem like all of our challenges are very similar. Yes, there are similar challenges in terms of our families go through similar things, but if you actually sit down, ask a lot of young people, but the first thing I ask you is, what's your story? And I ask you, what's your story, so that you tell me what your narrative is. You tell me. So when you're saying that, we're sitting there, yo, in the first part of pandemic, like last year when it first came, oh my gosh, you're talking about mental? My mental was all over the place, man. Let me tell you, because think about it. Think about what we're saying right now. Every day we met up outside. Every day we saw people. Every day we socialized. All of a sudden, in the beginning, of pandemic, you have to work virtual. You have to work from home. Christian knows me. That's a problem.
Mm.
I didn't even know what Twitch was. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not even old.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not even old. But what
Man.
I'm saying to you is, I sat there. I said the same thing. I was talking to people over the phone, Noah, that I haven't spoken to in a long time. And then the people I was close with, they weren't even reaching out no more. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to say, that sometimes as leaders, we have to understand that, mental health, we already know, is a serious thing. You know what I mean? In terms of, like, it's there, right? But it's like what you said. Like, I was just talking to my one of my guys. I said, "Yo, what have you done?" The man came and said that we're in lockdown for 30 days, and now there's a stay-at-home order. So technically, you're not supposed to leave your crib. So I asked him. I said, "Yo, bro, in the next 30 days, what are you going to do to build your mind and to build yourself? What are you going to do?" Because look at what you just said, Noah. You're like, "Oh, we've been in a pandemic, and you didn't, you haven't learned anything, not one thing."
No, I learned. I'm seeing like
No,
some
not you, not
people
you,
like,
not you, not
oh,
you,
yeah,
not you. Others. You were saying
yeah.
others, right? But then remember, it gets sticky, right? Because you go and ask people why they haven't learned, but how are you asking me why I haven't learned anything if you don't know what I'm currently going through?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You know what I mean? That makes
Mm.
it challenging.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because you got to be careful with that. If I go to a young person, I say, "Hey, I feel like you haven't learned anything," right? I never connected with that young person. I wasn't there to check in on them. I wasn't having weekly conversations with them. Just a youth I know. Yo, why aren't you learning anything? That guy's gonna be like, "Why do you care? You didn't care about me 6 months ago when this happened."
Mm.
And that's real feelings.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yep.
It's interesting. People do want to learn, but we also got to support them while they're learning,
Mm.
Yeah.
right? And we can't make them feel like, yo, because you didn't learn anything, you failed. No, bro. The learning from it is that find the people that actually rock with you and use them as an inspiration.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
another thing, Noah, that I keep hearing from young people is social media. Social media. Oh, this person looks like they're living life.
Mm.
Oh, Foad looks like he's always smiling on Instagram. You know what I mean? But I'm sitting there and I'm laughing. Do you know why social media was made? Social media was made to be a marketing tool.
Yeah, I know.
Why would businesses go on their Instagram, or people that work professionally go on their Instagram and tell you their personal failures? Why? That was not the purpose of the tool.
Mhm.
So why I brought that up is because I'm trying to show you that there are people close to you, there are people far from you. But both far and close can also change on you.
Mm.
But what's never going to change is who you are as a leader. If people want to get to know me, Fod, as my problems, if I rock with you, you have my number. Call me and ask what I'm dealing with, bro. It's that simple. I'll tell you. Wait, what, you want me to go on my Instagram and be like, oh, this happened and that happened? What am I doing that for?
Yeah.
Who I can go to, right?
Mm.
So one of the things I always say is, and then I'll let you guys go. But the one thing I just want to make sure I get across is that please, please stop watching other people and watching other people's movements
Mm.
and letting that dictate who you are as a leader. I have people close from me that wanted me to fail, and I had people far from me that wanted me to fail that never defined who I was.
Mm.
Mm.
It took a long time to get to that,
Yeah,
but
100%.
trust me.
That even to add on there, Fod, and for those that are viewing, we have some comments here. Just thank you so much for those who are tuning in and engaging with us. I'm seeing the comments, so it goes in accordance with what you're saying, Fod. So yeah, so what I wanted to say is even with the whole social media stuff, a lot of people start comparing themselves with other people, and that just is so bad for your mental health, your
Yeah, it's bad.
self-esteem,
It's horrible.
everything, because the stuff that you see that people are posting is only a glimpse. It's only like a second of
Thank you.
them being happy doing their thing. Yes, you know what? Yes, we were seeing a picture of someone happy, but doesn't mean their whole life is happy, right? We've all had happy moments. We all have sad moments. We have difficult moments, all these things. So we don't know what somebody's life looks like unless we walk in their shoe and unless we're right next to them all the time. So let's not buy into, oh, this person took a photo, they're doing this, they must be successful. No, none of that, right? You
Mhm.
are as the individual. So everyone's watching, I'm talking to Noah too. You are special because you're you. You have intrinsic value. So meaning there is nothing out there. It's not about how you look. It's not about how much money you have. It's not about how you talk. It's not about your skills. It's none of that. You're special because you're you. You're a human being. You're here on this earth living life together with all of us. So that's what makes you special. So that's what, yeah, is number one thing. People really have to understand that because comparing yourselves to someone else, that doesn't do it. That does not do it at all.
I know.
No,
Not
it's
at
not
all.
easy. That's not easy at all. I'm telling you, there's no point. There's no point. Because there will always be, if you compare yourself, this is the crazy part. If you compare yourself, there's always going to be someone ahead of you. There's always going to be someone behind you. But what does them being ahead of you and you being behind them have anything to do with you getting to your goals? That's all. If you could sit there and tell me why watching someone will help you achieve your goals, unless you're watching it like this is different. I had a young man call me one time, and he asked me over the phone. He was like, "Yo, I saw you. I saw you were able to come and do a workshop. How am I able to come and do a workshop?" Okay, yo, my bro, I did X, Y, and Z. This is how I did it. This is my suggestions to you. That's different. You know what I mean? That's different. That's someone who's wanting to learn. Remember this. Leaders are a sponge. Soaks in water. Leaders have to soak in knowledge. Just because you're a leader today doesn't mean you're a leader in every aspect of your life. So right now, you two are the leaders in this conversation. You know what I mean? You're the leaders in my conversation.
Mhm.
You're like Noah. You introduce yourself as an Ovol leader, right? So if you go out there and you stand there on Instagram and say, "Yo, bullying isn't good. Let's stop bullying," and someone comes and says, "Oh, Noah, he's whack, telling people not to bully." What? How is that stopping you? The moment it starts impacting you, it's because you allowed it to.
Mm.
And for me personally, I had to walk with that for a long time. For a long time in these communities, I was deemed an outsider. I was deemed, who is this guy? It wasn't always, oh, the goat or the guy or whatever. It wasn't. I'm telling you. To this day, it's not. To this day. I admitted it to you. As a leader, I've let down a lot of people.
Mm.
There's no way I could help 1,000 kids. Superheroes. That's why you build a team. That's why you work with your people as leaders. And you support these people, right? You support our people that we call family. You know what I'm saying? But that will never stop me. Stop me from doing me except God and myself. So
Mm.
if that's the case, then I'm never gonna watch you. If anything, I'm gonna watch you and I'm gonna empower you. I'm gonna inspire you. You know what I mean? Let haters hate.
Mm.
Positivity spreads more. Try it. You ever walk up to a kid and just smile big, and a kid smiles back, huge, and then all of a sudden the room is just lighting up. Things, man. Simple
Yeah.
things, for sure.
That's all the time with Noah. Anywhere Noah goes, he smiles, he laughs. It's contagious. People smile and laugh back, just like those Ovol groups. He starts laughing, everyone starts laughing. It's pure joy, and I love it.
100%. I believe it. That guy makes me laugh all the time.
So Noah,
Mhm.
hearing Fod, just talk about all these things. What are some stuff that it's coming to your mind that you connect? Hey, this happened to me, or these are areas that I need to maybe focus on in regards with what Fod was saying.
So yeah, when I was talking about the COVID period, I asked myself like, why are people weren't learning anything? When he answered the question for me, like then I think like I feel guilty in the moment, but then I remember I'm learning. I'm still fifth, like I'm still young. I'm not perfect, you know. So that's why I never like took it to the heart, but took it as a learning experience
Mm.
instead.
Yo, bro, I'm
What?
turning I'm
Mm,
turning 30 years old this year, and I'm telling you, I'm still learning things, bro.
mm,
You're 15. You know what I'm saying? You're 15. You're young. Own the crown that's over your head. Do not let anybody come in your way, and just be the best version of yourself. Bro, I tell myself every morning, I look in the mirror and I'm like, yo, who's that? Jeez. It's just me. I get myself excited for the day. What am I gonna do? Wake up miserable, look at the mirror and be all miserable? Obviously, my energy is gonna be bad. So I look in the
For
mirror and I'm
sure.
like, geez, look who's that? Getting myself all alive. But then I'm telling myself, yo, Fod, as long as you did 1% better for yourself than the day before, you achieved something, bro.
Mm.
And you got to remember, sometimes I feel like we try to teach our kids like there's never going to be problems. No, 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 no. Because I've seen people, Noah, Christian, I've seen people who are making good money. They have a home, they have this, they have that, and they're still dealing with stuff too. They're still mentally. So just imagine for us right now, when we're talking about young kings like Noah, right? We haven't been able to socialize. We haven't been able to be outside. We used to have barbecues and all of these little things that kind of made us not really focus on us.
Mm.
One thing, and Noah, tell me if I'm wrong. The one thing that a lot of young people tell me is, yo, Fod, what the pandemic has done is like, yo, I've been alone in certain times and I've thought about a lot of stuff in terms of like myself.
yeah, definitely, definitely. I know what you mean.
Of course you are.
I know. I know you're not wrong at all. I actually know what you mean. I've thought about so much through this pandemic, like especially like my future, cause
Mm.
I sometimes I feel pressure, cause I'm carrying my family's legacy.
Mm.
They they came here, so I could become a better person. Better life. So I'm
Hmm.
like, let me take that to my full advantage. I have a huge opportunity by going to school. So I'm gonna use that. Become a better man.
Ah, big man. But but that's big, fam. But let's listen to what you listen. Pressure is okay.
Mm,
Yo, let me be very honest with you, Noah. Christian knows. I look like I have no anxiety.
mm,
When I walk up to young people, even the ones I know, I feel pressure, bro.
Mm.
I feel pressure that this conversation like this young person is listening. So I
Yeah.
could either give this information and it could be good information. I could give this information to be helpful, but it could also be useless. So I'm sitting there going like, oh my God, the pressure. Like I gotta make sure I can support this person that is in need at the time. So what I'm saying to you is how you're gonna build. You have a goal in your mind, my G. You want to support your family. You want to become successful. So if anything, use that pressure that you're referring to as motivation.
Yeah.
Use that pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't tell you you failed in helping your family, but in 5 years when you come back to us and you say, "Yo, Christian, I just did this and this and that. Now I'm a big man. I'm working. I got this. I got my family. They're living nice." You'll be able to tell that story, my bro.
Mm.
So when you sit there and say, "Yo, I got pressure," just I'm letting you know it's okay.
Yep.
You have people around you, bro, that are older, that are support you, that care about you, that I'm telling you the pressure is there. Our parents, I said this to you a long time ago. Our parents worked hard, broski, so that we work smart. So if we're working harder than our parents, fam, something's not making sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying for you, you're an inspiration. What you just said right now, it's inspiring for me.
Yep.
To hear the way you talk now versus who I knew 6 years ago is huge. Just from a conversation right now, I could already tell you right now what I see for you is deep.
And also, you gotta believe it, Noah, man. We're not saying this, just to boost your ego, because
Nah, bro.
we feel like it. Nah, man, we're not the kind of
Wait,
people.
no, no disrespect. If me lying to you would be a waste of my time, bro. It doesn't make sense. Why would I lie to you?
That's true.
Yo, fam, listen. I I tell you this because of who I don't have designer. I don't have a Benz or a B. So let me bring that back. Let me bring that back. When I first started Noah, I started speaking to my elder brothers. My elder brother said to me, "Fod, do you really want to be in youth work?" I said, "Yeah, why?" They said, "Okay, so let me tell you. When you go to youth work, you're not gonna have a Benz. You're not gonna have a big house. You're not gonna have X, Y, and Z because the money and all that's not there." I said, Why would I want to go work with young people to get a Benz and a house? That wasn't the game plan. The game plan was, yes, to become successful and achieve what I need to achieve, but my goal is to inspire young people. So if I get to do the thing I love every day, the thing that keeps me smiling every day is being around and supporting young people and doing what I do. That's what inspires me. I don't need a Benz. I don't need a car. I don't need that stuff.
Yeah.
I need to be sustainable though. I need to
Mhm.
pay my bills. If I can't pay my bills, then yeah, something's wrong. That's logic. Bro, let me tell you this right now. I wake up every day and I hope to God I'm never deemed as like cool or all that stuff. Bro, when I walk, I'm the same Fod. The Fod you're talking to right now will be the same Fod you talk to in the community, will be the same Fod you talk to in the boardroom, bro. And that's why I respect you. A lot of real mans, they respect people who stay authentic.
Mm.
Lane switch. My brother was that guy. I was never that guy. I wasn't a gangster. I wasn't a thug.
Mm.
I wasn't a goon. I wasn't any of that. That's what my brother was. So today, my brother's not that guy anymore. Last 2 years, he's trying to rebuild his life. So as a younger brother, I'm gonna make sure I provide him every opportunity as I can to make sure he stays successful. Just remember that, bro. No one can hate on you if you're true to you. No one. Not your best friend, not your closest homie, not your teachers, not your youth workers. I can't even. How am I gonna get mad at you, Noah, for being you?
Yeah.
That's true.
So even with something that I think was said earlier, even with failure, it's something that everybody's afraid of because you know it's, I guess, that feeling that they didn't accomplish something. Everybody wants to be successful, and success looks different to each individual. Like what you were saying, not everybody wants to
Mm.
drive a Benz, and that's okay. But even with failure, it's something that I've been learning is just like when you go practice, at the basketball courts, you're shooting. Literally, what you're doing is you're failing. You're failing until you get better at, shooting 3-pointers, whatever it may
Yeah.
be. But people don't call it failure. They call it practice.
Mhm.
So with everything in life, that's what we should be looking at. It's not about us trying something and being afraid that, oh man, I'm going to fail. I'm not going to do good. But hey, try it, practice it. Whatever it is, if you like it, continue doing it. Don't even worry about if you failed, if you succeeded, all that stuff. All right, I think that's the most important piece. So I don't know if you want to talk a bit more about that, Fod, or if Noah, you want to add in anything also.
Yeah, like I mean, when you said the failure, like, sorry, I'm just gonna use basketball as an analogy. Coaching basketball, like I said, I had two of my elder brothers, Dwayne Spencer, Andy Cummings. They were coaching. They brought me on board, and we talk about that all the time. I see kids at practice. They miss like 30 shots. They're getting more mad. I go up to them. I'm like, yo, hold on, my bro. What are you mad about? Yo, fam. Oh, you know me, fam. I'm a shooter. Like I hit my shots. But like, so I'm sitting there going, like, if you know that, why are you hesitating? Why are you second guessing yourself? Yo, I don't know why. I wish there was a way to like end that feeling. Like, you need to be very comfortable failing, because when you learn how to fail, it's how you truly embrace your wins. And I believe that. Here, I'll give you a funny one. I was in a ping pong tournament the other day, 2 weeks ago. Yo, Noah, take this one in. You're gonna laugh, man. Yo, all these guys are like, "Oh, fuck, you play ping pong, fam? Pull up." Oh yeah. I'm like, I got you. I'll be there. See, I ended up playing in this ping pong tournament. I made it to the quarters, and then I lost. When I left that place, I guarantee you, I left like I won that tournament, broski. Nobody's stopping me, bro. I'll tell you if I lost. I did lose. I stood there like a champ. I said, "Yo, my partner in crime, he beat me, man.
You
I
seen,
can't
right?
get. You
I seen the
see?
story. I seen the
Yeah.
story. I
I
seen the
can't get
story.
mad at my guy. You seen?
Mm.
What am I gonna do? Get mad at a guy doing positive things for youth, and be mad that he's representing us in the tournament? What the hell? It's some weird stuff, man. So what I do? I sat there like a champ, and I told the world. I said, "Yo, I lost. My guy's representing us." It didn't make me feel away, bro. I promise you this. If a man came up to me and told me he hates me, I'll still tell him I love him, bro. You're not going to play with my energy. And that's what I always want to leave with young people when it comes to failure. What are you mad at? You got one quiz wrong. You got a poor grade on a quiz. That's a, the energy you're putting into worrying about that one mark, you could be putting into getting a next mark better, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So just remember that. I leave you, and then Noah, tell me what's next. This You get to choose what you accept, bro. You get to choose. So if I walk up to Noah and I say, Noah, just as an example, I say something like, yo, Noah, you're never gonna make it. Does that mean you're not gonna make it, Noah?
No.
No. But the one thing I say this to everyone, whoever's listening to this, we need to be better, bro. We need to start really inspiring each other. Stop inspiring the one or two people you know. And when you walk by people that you actually know, or you dab up, this is where I laugh. Tell me if I'm wrong, Noah. They say the word fam way too much. I get, yo, fam, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me that. Has responsibility attached to it.
The word
Else is
fam
my
comes
fam.
with a lot. It comes with a lot. It means
It
a
does
lot.
come with a lot. It does come with a lot. If I'm calling you family, then I'm expecting you to give me constructive criticism when I fall. But if I call you my family, I also expect you to be there when I win. We got to start doing that as people. I'm the guy that will make it cool to text people to say, yo, I'm just texting you to say, how are you? I don't want anything. Make that cool, bro. What I don't understand, like, since when isn't that cool? Since when isn't taking care of your brethrens or people you call fam not cool, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Two mans calling each other fam. Yo, that's my day one dog. And then they're beefing with each other in a week, saying to each other like, "Yo, fam, this guy. How did this guy make it working at a bank, and I'm still not working at the bank? Yo, my bro, what are
Don't
you
compare
mad at?
yourself.
Why are
You
you
shouldn't
doing
do
that?
that. Yeah, like don't do that to yourself.
Just ask him, yo, fam, how did you get to the bank?
Yeah.
If he doesn't show you, all right, cool. I can see why you'd be mad. But then that really isn't your brethren.
Yeah, that's a waste, man. That's what we call that.
So that's what I'm saying. We got to be better at that, man. We got to be better. Yo, I find it weird, bro. I had like because of a ping pong game, I had like 60 people DM me saying, I hope you lose. And I sent them smiley faces. I sent them, I'm like, yeah, so do I. I said, yo, bro, if I want to lose to anybody in this tournament, it's my guy that also does good work in the hood, bro. Stop trying to create beef between people that there isn't beef from. I'm a vegan, fam. Stop this.
Jeez, man's a vegan.
I don't beef like that, bro. It's not about these things. We need to be better for each other. You have these kids right now who are watching that.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's true. Definitely, definitely.
Yeah. Even like just even to add on top of that, it's the best thing to show that you care. You know, like what you're saying is, why is it uncool to show that you care? Right? It's, you know, spending time with people, hearing them out, asking them, hey, are you okay? Even saying, hey, man, like, you know, I love you. I care about you. You know, I want the best for you. Why is that, you know, in today's culture as men, why is that considered unmanly? That's the most manliest thing to do right there.
I know.
As men, we're protectors. We're supposed to be protectors, you know? The people around us, we got to protect them. We got to show that we care. That's in every single essence, the physical, the spiritual, the emotional, everything.
But you know, it's funny that you said that because, you know, it is definitely. I was on another podcast before, and I told these guys, I said, yo, bro, I said, how often when you link up with your brethren in the community, how often do you ask your brethren, how are you? How are you doing? Men's are like, typically, yo, fam, what's the motive? Okay, that's the motive. Okay, we're gonna go do that then, right? But it's interesting because, you know, one of the things is you're talking about it being, why is it not cool? You got to understand too, the problem for a lot of people is trust, bro. Yo, bro, when you have to worry about someone that's literally beside you and someone that's 1,000 miles away from you, it's very hard for you to open up. I'm telling you that right now. And in our communities, it's hit or miss. You either have someone that rocks with you or you have someone that doesn't rock with you. So you're also now worried about what you want to share to people. You know what I mean? Like, again, look at what I just told you. A friendly ping pong game, and I had people wanting me to lose.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
But that's life. That's what I'm
Mhm.
trying to tell you right now. Think about it. You're one. It's even, isn't this funny, Noah? How many people do you know? How many young people do you know that have a cell phone, bro?
Oh, a lot.
Okay. Do you know how many young people? I'm like, yo, did you talk to? I'll just use you as an example. Did you talk to Noah? Nah, fam. It's been like 8 months. I'm like, yo, broski, you guys were together every day at the park. You're stuck at home. How can't you call each other? All these apps. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not that cool. But there's all these. Just check in with each other, man. You have to go. You have to go deep. But you know what it is too, Christian. Us as adults, we have to lead by example.
100%.
And I keep saying it. You can't just walk up to a group of young people and tell them to start talking to each other about how they feel, bro. It takes a lot of relationship building to do that.
Cause you know what? Yeah, that's totally true. Cause like a lot of people experience like this, like some people got like, I wouldn't say they're heartbroken, but like people think heartbroken means like just a girlfriend. No, that could be like a best friend. Like, well, why are you doing that? Like that like, zoom sa si, like it cuts you. Like you don't feel like you're supposed to be like my best friend.
That's right.
But then you turned out to be my worst friend.
That's right. That's right.
What is that? Like,
and it's hard, yo. Yo, it's hard. I keep trying to explain this. Like, listen, I started off with the pandemic, let's say with 100 friends. Fast forward to the where we are right now, I might only have like 5, bro.
Yeah, it's so true,
It's
man.
true. It's true.
I could go
so
and post
true.
a picture of me right now smiling in front of a rock. Forget anything nice. I'm gonna lose a friend tonight.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And what I'm saying to you is that as long as you are comfortable with the decisions and the actions that you portray as the leader that you are, if you're not doing anyone wrong, if you're not out there whispering about people, if you're not out there judging them, hating on them, and all that, why are you even worried about that? Just be you. But sometimes we get stuck in this feeling like, oh, like, yo, why are these guys moving like that? But you gotta reflect, because you might have done something that somebody else doesn't like, which brings me to my next problem. What might be okay with Noah might not be okay with me. What
Yeah.
might not be okay with me might be okay with Christian. Question. Forget even asking about problems. Yo, Noah, be very honest right now. How often do you think brethren will call each other, young people will call each other and tell each other what they achieved? Not bad, what they achieved. How often do you think that happens?
There's no answer. No answer. Literally no answer. It's blank. It rarely happens.
Mm.
It
That's
does not, like, it barely happens.
I sat there, and this is where I laugh, because it's hard, right? Because you when you whisper about someone, you're still judging a book by its cover. Remember, that's like the
Yeah.
oldest thing ever told to us.
Mhm.
But until you talk to that person you're trying to judge them. Don't know who that person is. So when you're saying that's weird, it's weird and it's not, because again, when we're out there and we're walking and it was regular vibes, people still weren't doing that.
Yep.
When I found out, this is a real story. I'm not lying. I had an elder brother of mine. I have mad love and respect for. I heard his story about when he was your age and what he went through. Not even from him. I heard it from other people. And then I came and I saw his crib. I've known this guy 3-4 years max. Yo, bro, when I got into this guy's crib and I heard the stories, I started tearing up. On God, on my mother's life, on my life. I sat there and I started crying, bro. I looked at my boy and I said, yo, bro, from what I heard you've been through and to see you here, I rate it. I'm proud of you. I hope one day I can be there.
Mm.
You have too much pride. What are you embarrassed of? If someone else reaches a goal before you, that doesn't mean you can't reach there. That just means it wasn't your time.
Yeah. Like, people don't understand that. If it's not your time, you just gotta be patient. And some people, they don't have patience.
No.
Like, I was watching a Dar Man video. I don't know if you're
Hmm.
familiar with that guy, but
Hmm.
like, he does like very, like, like, it's not inspiration, but like very life experience type videos.
Yeah.
Then after, this guy who was gonna be like, there's two chefs, right?
Yep.
One had patience with the egg. The other one accidentally dropped his egg. But it wasn't his fault though, because another guy pushed him by accident. The chef said, "Go pick it up." And the chef that didn't want it, he didn't pick it up because he said, "Oh, I didn't do that. So why do I have to pick it up?" So then the other chef said, "Let me pick that. I'll pick it up." But the chef doesn't. Don't do that. Pick it up. He's like, "No." So get out there. He's like, "Then fine." Then after, a couple years later, one of the chef that was trying to pick it up became the head chef, and that other one came back to the store. And guess what? He
What?
wanted to be a chef again at the exact same place he got fired at.
That's right.
He could have simply just picked it up, and his life would have been. But now,
That's right.
Gotta humble yourself.
It's,
Mm.
See, the only difficult part about it is, Noah, is a lot of our young people, they go through a lot of serious things and a lot of consistent reminders of negative things that, yo, bro, if you keep bottled up for a long time, I promise you it's not healthy for you. I'm telling you that right now. My biggest learning throughout this pandemic was, yo, Foad, please make sure Your mind is good, you love yourself, and you take care of yourself, because how can I be out there taking care of other people if I'm not even good?
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
agree. Yeah, I agree.
So that is one thing. And the other thing too is my other big bro said this to me one time. He said, "Fud, you finally identified who you are. Now you're just worrying about who you're trying to be. Sorry, what you're trying to become, right?" And I think for a lot of us at that age, Noah, I'm trying to encourage a lot of my guys, yo, please own who you are
Mm.
before you start worrying about the future, before you start worrying about all that, until you are okay with who Noah is, who Fod is, whoever the person is, until you're okay with yourself, you know,
Hmm.
that is when you're
Yeah,
going to do exceptional things. Believe it and own it for yourself.
That's
that's
true.
true. I agree. I agree. Like if you can't like how you like that's true. Like I just put that in. Like how you gonna like make someone else happy if you are not happy?
It won't work.
It sounds easy to say, but a lot of people are not happy.
Mm.
No, it's
You
not.
know.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
They're like
100.
I was even watching even another video.
Yeah,
Like the dad sacrificed everything for his daughter to get the newest shoes and everything,
yeah.
but yeah, he had to wear. He was wearing the old disgusting shoes. And then the daughter realized that he wasn't happy because she's like, oh, I didn't get the newest phone.
Mm.
She got me the newest phone. She got me the newest phone. Why you didn't give me But the dad had a flip phone. You see, like the dad sacrificed so much, but she didn't even notice.
Mm.
Then after when she noticed, she started crying.
Yeah,
You know,
yep.
like people don't realize what people like do for them, but it's
Yo,
okay because that's what we're. It takes time to learn about that
Mm.
because we're all still learning. That's what people
that's
have to
right.
take in.
100%, man. Like I said, I just sat here and told you I'm 30 years old, and I'm admitting it that I fail and I learn every day. I let down young people every day. There, bro. I could go on a list with you, bro. But the one thing I realize is I got to figure out what's that motivation. And for me, like me personally, one of my biggest motivations isn't just the young people I work with, but it's the people that show me real family love.
Hmm.
You know, so I had one of my brothers that I don't talk to all the time, not in a bad way, called me the other day, and I usually call him. He called me the other day and he sat there. He's like, "Yo, I'm not calling you for anything specific. I just wanted to check in on you." So I told him, I shared with him, and then he said something to me. He's like, "Yo, Fod, I'm the guy that's gonna tell you where you're failing, but I also am the guy that's gonna tell you when you win and when I feel like you're leveling up and when you're achieving something." And he sat there and he told me that, and like I'm a 30-year-old man with a big beard and all this, and I sat there like I was the YG.
Hmm.
My elder calling me and telling me good things about me right now. He might never call me again for the rest of the year, but I'm never gonna forget that phone call, bro. I'll remember the one time he called than the 900 times he doesn't. Because that 900 times didn't energize me, didn't fuel me. But what fueled me was the one time. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And even if he called to just tell me how bad I am at something, I would have still appreciated that. That took a long time, though. It's hard to sit there and be told you're doing stuff wrong. Trust me.
No.
It's very hard. But if you actually show people you care about them and you're not saying it to them to hurt them, then they'll respect you even more.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. We're getting some yeah, a little bit of a background noise. Sounds like a vacuum. I don't
My
know.
bad. Remember, my mom's making a smoothie.
Oh, is
That's
that
why.
you? Is that you?
Ah, I was making a
I'll turn it
smoothie.
off. I'll turn it off.
No, no, it's okay.
Okay, okay,
I think
okay.
we're good. I think it's gone. But yeah, no. What you're saying, yeah, man. 100%. I agree. It's true. So I just want to kind of have Noah, any last things, Noah, before we finish wrapping up? Is there anything you want to, tell Fod? Is there anything you want to ask him? Just, it's up to you.
Before a thing, well, I was like I say thing. Abel was just here. He's opening my door, so he's pissing me off.
Yo, let me say hi to my guy. Tell my guy I love him, man. Tell my guy I love him, man.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah, to be honest, I don't have anything to say right now. But like, I'm definitely gonna think about it while I'm sleeping. This is like I put everything into my head. I try my best to become a better person every day. People might not see it, but like I actually try. I try everything I do. You know, that's the last things I gotta say, man.
100%. And the last thing I'll say to you is that, yo, bro, if you don't hear it all the time, hear it right now live in front of whoever's out here. My bro, you have definitely leveled up since I've known you. You have definitely been known as a leader, and you are someone that is achieving big things. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm promising you this, broski. I'll be the first person to find you when I feel like you're not moving the way you want to move. Not the way I want you to move. But remember, I wanted to be a leader. That's what Noah always said. You're doing it, my bro. So I just want to make sure that you know from us that nothing but love for you. And I'm so thankful that you were the one leading me today. Thank you, bro.
Alrighty, awesome. Yeah, thank you so much, Fod. So we'll wrap it up. We're getting to the hour mark, and for just everybody that tuned in, we thank you so much. Javante tuned in. When he heard that you were coming on, he even messaged me. It's like, oh, yo, is Fod coming on? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, Fod's so awesome. Like, he used to be, I used to be there when he was running Ovol. I was like, oh, what? I did not even know that. That's so sick. That's so cool. We have Kat, just very engaged with us. Thank you so much, Kat, for, just hanging out with us, and everybody else, who was just, maybe just viewing there, just listening. Thank you for everyone. And just a reminder, we're going to be posting this on our YouTube. We're going to be, putting clips on our Instagram. So for the things that you missed out, these are things you can always go back to check. And yeah, I had a really good time just, in this
It's my favorite talk
conversation.
so far. It's favorite talk so far. I'm being honest. It's just because I know you though. That's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
I know you.
Love, man. Love to
No,
all of
man.
you, man. Thank you so much for having me. Love. Shout out my guy, Javante. That's my guy. He knows.
Hey.
But thank you guys so much for having me. It was such a blessing to be back out here with Oval and being a part of this conversation. And like I said, man, like to see what Noah's doing right now, bro, again, this was a positive win for all of us. So thank you, man. I
Respect, man.
appreciate it.
Respect.
All right, guys. So thank you so much again, and catch us next time when we go on. We're going to be posting all our stuff on social media, so you know what's coming next. All right. Thank you, everybody. Take care.
Cheers.